perfect happiness amongst the constraints of the world. From the book of Perfect Happiness by พระอาจารย์ปยุตโต Conditioned phenomena, things that are impermanent, subject to stress and non-self, naturally undergo alteration and dissolution. They are subject to laws of nature. No one can alter this reality. Problems arise because when these things undergo alteration, they afflict people's minds. This is due to the fact that people allow themselves to become deluded by the power and influence of this natural process of change. Whichever direction these things shift and veer, people's hearts follow. When things take a turn for the worse, people suffer accordingly. When we gain discernment into reality, we see that the laws of nature are absolute. Everything in nature follows natural laws. Why should we allow ourselves to be oppressed by these laws? We should come to terms with them and fully accept them. The stress and pressure inherent in nature is simply part of nature. We are not obligated to have it transform into suffering in our hearts and minds. This is what is referred to as a liberated mind. Here, even the stress inherent in nature finds no access. It is unable to cause distress in our hearts. This is vimutti, true liberation. When we have reached this stage of cultivation, we are able to see the distinction between our relationship to external conditions. On the one hand, and our inner spiritual life on the other. In terms of external things, we relied on wisdom to engage with natural causal dynamics in an optimal way. In terms of our inner life, we simply abide in freedom, imbued with joy. The happiness of liberation, accompanied by wisdom, is of vital significance to our lives. When we have reached this state of happiness, we no longer need to depend on anyone or anything, either material or immaterial. This happiness is inherently fulfilling and is constant, accessible in every moment. The happiness aspired to by most people is future happiness. It is a state of happiness wished for in the future. Moreover, it is dependent on other things. Yet, when people develop a wise discernment into the truth and innate and constant form of happiness arises, a happiness existing at all times, which is accessible in every moment. It lies at the heart of our being, pervading our entire life. Here, one need not pursue any other kind of happiness. If other forms of happiness or pleasure present themselves, they are seen as a bonus, and one has the option to partake of them or not, without anxiety, in whatever way one pleases. There are no complications, and when these supplementary forms of happiness are absent. It has no effect on one's well-being. One already abides in a state of constant happiness. At this stage, nothing remains to be done for oneself personally. One has fulfilled one's personal responsibilities. One then dedicates all one's remaining energy to benefit and improve the world. This is perfect happiness and is equivalent to an ideal life.